Happy Friday, everyone. Well, we've got really hot temperatures and small severe weather chances today and tomorrow in Nebraska, so let's not waste any time. Let's get started with what it's going to be feeling like this afternoon. So we are going to look at the feels like temperatures because that's really the temperature that matters, the combination of our high temperatures and how bad the humidity is going to be. Now, worth noting, in the Panhandle, humidity still low. So those are just our actual temperatures in the low 100s, Scottsbluff, Oshkosh, Chadron. But from North Platte on over to the east, we are talking about humid conditions and really increasing humidity as you go to the east. So look where the feels like temperatures are going to be the hottest, around 103, Lincoln, Beatrice this afternoon. Maybe the hottest spot, McCook, at 105, but largely in the low 100s, the feels like temperatures for central and eastern Nebraska today. So just missing that heat advisory criteria. One thing that will help some today is there's going to be some wind around, and in the Panhandle, we'll call it windy gusts, 30 miles per hour for the central and eastern part of the state where we're going to have that humidity, gusts 20 to 25 miles per hour. Now let's talk about tomorrow. Now, for the Panhandle, I think today is the worst of the heat because we are going to get a cold front to move in. So look at feels like temperatures, or just our actual temperatures for tomorrow afternoon over in the Panhandle. Definitely an improvement. Low, mid, maybe some reaching the upper 90s. But for everyone else in the central and eastern part of the state, it is going to be worse tomorrow. Not only temperatures going up a little bit, but the humidity going up as well. So now we're talking about feels like temperatures largely around 105, 104, 105, 106 can be very common, maybe even a couple spots getting close to that 110 mark. So we are talking about heat advisories for the central and eastern part of the state for Saturday. Once again, one thing that'll help a little bit is it's going to be breezy across the state. Gusts 20 to 25 miles per hour, but the breeze only helps so much. A really hot Saturday afternoon for the central and eastern part of the state. All right, so now we got to talk about rain chances. So we're backing up to this morning at 8 a.m., and we are talking during the morning hours about scattered showers and weak storms for the central and eastern part of the state. Some gaps, but a decent chance of rain during the morning hours today. So I've got to mention it for the morning commute, and I've got to mention it around lunchtime as well. So here we are at 11 a.m. A few more gaps showing up than what we're seeing at 8 a.m. this morning, but it's got to mention the chance. No severe storms to worry about. It's probably going to be more showers than storms, but a couple weak storms are going to be around. Places like Kearney, Grand Island, Lincoln, Omaha, Columbus. Chance definitely there. Now, as we get into the early afternoon, seeing the activity transition from scattered to isolated, but still technically there for the same locations, really focusing in on the southeastern corner of the state. And then just as it looks like all the activity is about to fizzle out as we get into late afternoon, guess what? It looks like a little bit of new activity is going to fire up. Now, it does not look like much. We're probably talking about one or two new storms popping up. The problem is these one or two storms that pop up, particularly in the south central part of the state, could produce winds up to 60 miles per hour and quarter-size hail. So we're looking at a kind of small window of opportunity in the late afternoon, early evening hours, and I would say the best chance for one or two of these storms occurring is going to be places like McCook, Kearney, maybe Grand Island. It's going to be real difficult for this activity to push into the southeastern corner, say for Lincoln, Omaha, because look what happens after we get through the early evening hours. Looks like these couple of storms that do fire up are going to fizzle out, and so the severe threat over with by 11 o'clock this evening. And again, it's not even a guarantee in the south central part of the state you're going to see rain, but you do have to mention the chance. So now let's jump ahead to Saturday morning, because it does look like another area of showers and weak storms is going to be pushing across the northern part of the state. This is actually activity that's going to be ahead of the cold front. No severe storms in this. It's mostly going to be showers and a couple weak storms mixed in. And this activity is going to try and push to the south and east, though. Notice at noon, a lot of us still drive with that area of rain around the North Fork area, trying to push farther to the south and east. And it could, though it's probably going to be isolated, push in to the Omaha and Lincoln area around 3 o'clock. But again, there will not be any severe storms in this, and I do think there's going to be gaps in that. What I'm concerned about is what's going to fire up along the cold front, beginning around 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday. See those shades of orange showing up in North Platte, Broken Bow? That's probably where the activity is going to begin. And once again, we're talking about isolated shower storms, but more than what we're going to see during the late afternoon, evening hours today. I do think there's going to be more activity. And once again, though there's going to be gaps, the storms that do fire up could produce wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour and quarter-size hail. So yeah, Kearney, you have another chance of severe storms, and probably one of the better chances for tomorrow as well. And I do think the chance, notice there's more activity showing up, so the chance is greater tomorrow than today. Looks like the activity is still going to remain isolated, and I do think the greatest chance is going to be in the central part of the state, and I do think the greatest opportunities from about 3 o'clock in the afternoon to 7 o'clock in the evening Saturday. I'm stopping the model here because there's some questions about what's going to happen after 7 o'clock. Most of the models say isolated showers and storms continue to push into the Lincoln-Omaha area, but a lot of them are saying they're going to be weakening and probably won't be severe. But not all of them are convinced about that. There's still a real small chance we could be talking about a couple severe storms for the Lincoln and Omaha area. So look for an update on all this tomorrow morning.